Hi everybody, my name is Claudia and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create an IMVU texture in Photoshop or GIMP or whatever you choose to use. So this is what the outcome will look like depending on whatever technique you choose to use or whatever color you choose to use. Your results may vary, but this is what mine looks like. And if you follow my tutorial, it should look similar to this. So let's get started. So we're gonna start by clicking File and choosing New. Now it already remembers my settings, so I did 500 pixel width by 500 pixel height, and press OK. So in this one I did a blonde color, but I will do brown for the purpose of this video. So if you know how to choose colors, then that's great. You can speed this video up. But if you want to choose a color, just go right here and click this and choose from the color wheel. And I'm going to choose a lighter brown just because I'm going to add depth with a darker brown texture. So I'm going to choose this rectangle thing right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag it right here, and that creates a new rectangle layer. And this does look like a dirty blonde light brown color, but it will look darker as we progress. So I created a new layer. If you didn't realize that, I created a new layer clicking this right here, and I'm going back into the color wheel and I'm going to find a darker brown. I'm going to click on the paintbrush and find a small size, like 8 pixels for instance, and I'm going to draw horizontal lines. You can draw vertical lines, but personally I find them harder just because I can flip it 90 degrees and have the same product. If you're using a drawing tablet, it's always easier, but my drawing tablet's under my bed and I don't think this requires it. So just gonna keep drawing these lines. They don't have to be perfect lines because hair isn't perfect. At least not the ones I create are not perfect. And this video is solely for people who already know how to derive and create, obviously. So this is satisfactory. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees by pressing Ctrl T. And there we go. You may want to duplicate the layer and move it again, like that. You can if you choose to. I'm going to go ahead and merge it down and turn it just a little bit to the left diagonally. That doesn't really matter just because we are going to add motion blur to it. So go to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur, and it already detects mine, so I already have it at negative 90 degrees. So that's what you should have it as, and then you can kind of play with this and choose how you want it. I'm going to keep mine at 500 for this video. And this is our hair strands, okay? So I'm going to add another layer, and you can choose a darker color. I will for this video. And get a larger brush and draw horizontal lines once again. These ones should be a little bit straighter, but they don't have to be perfect. And we're going to, you can just mess with them or whatever you want to do. And then on the same layer, I'm going for a darker shade at the roots because naturally roots are darker. And then I'm going to kind of draw that downwards. Okay, So now that we have this weird, crazy texture going on, kind of looks like a monobrow, you can either go to Gaussian blur and, blur it out or whatever. But personally, I like to just turn the opacity down. Okay, I don't like that. Restarting, sorry. I apologize. You can go ahead and do that, but I chose the wrong size brush for whatever reason. Okay, so now I turn the opacity down. So now you get this cool looking hair texture. You could, once again, do Gaussian blur, but I choose not to. And then I'm going to go back into the color wheel, take a white color, and bring the size down as low as you choose to. I like to bring it down to like 8 or 10. And then you're going to draw straight lines across, in a new layer, of course. So you're going to draw straight lines across. And then you're going to take your smudge tool right here and begin to smudge these areas. Okay, so now once you have this type of shine, you can go into these settings and go to soft light. And there's your hair texture. So this is a light brown version of this blonde. And this is just my technique. And if you're using baby hairs, which I highly recommend doing because it makes the hair look a lot more realistic, you can go into new and create the same file size. And we're going to go back to this project and take the teardrop thing and click on the root shade and just take the rectangle and draw it like that. And this is what shade you're going to be using for your baby hairs. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like down below and have a good day.